Welcome to KMO2, Day 1. Today we'll explore the concept of production, its purpose, how transformation happens from inputs to outputs, and the systems involved. By the end of this session, you should feel confident explaining these concepts and applying them in your own work context. Here is an activity. Learners to share what they think production means in their own work or community. Production is the structured, planned transformation of inputs into outputs to meet specific needs. It involves people, equipment, materials, energy, and information. The key is consistency, quality, and meeting customer expectations. Activity. Pair up and explain to each other how production happens where you work. One person speaks, the other listens and adds one example. The purpose of production goes beyond making things. It ensures products and services are delivered safely, on time, within specification, and at the right cost. Production supports organizational goals such as profitability, customer satisfaction, and compliance. Activity. Which of these purposes is most relevant to your role, and why? I will leave room for discussion and then we will move on to transformation process. Every production line follows an inputs, process, outputs model. Inputs can be raw materials, energy, information, or people. The process is the structured set of steps that transform inputs. Outputs are the final product or service, which should meet quality standards. Activity. Facilitator to draw an IPO diagram. Ask learners to suggest inputs, process steps, and outputs from their own workplaces. Inputs are the foundation of the process. If inputs are poor, outputs will be poor too. Inputs include raw materials, energy, equipment, technology, labor, and information. Quality assurance begins with inputs. Activity. Here is a quick quiz. Learners are to list at least 3 types of inputs relevant to their context. The process is where transformation happens. Steps must be sequenced, controlled, and standardized. This reduces variation, ensures safety, and maintains quality. Processes often follow SOPs to keep operations consistent. Activity. Show example of a simple process step sequence and explain why order matters. Outputs are what we produce, products, services, or results. Quality checks verify that outputs meet the required standard. If not, rework or corrective action is needed. Waste must be minimized. Activity. Learners are to identify outputs from the earlier IPO exercise and state one quality check they would apply. Group discussion. Which system matches your workplace and why? 1. Jobbing. Low volume, high variety, customized jobs. Example. Custom furniture. 2. Batch, medium volume, standard products in groups. Example, bread baking. It's 3. Continuous mass, high volume, high automation. Example, bottling plant. Activity. Group discussion. Which system matches your workplace and why? Quality ensures consistency. Waste includes waiting, defects, excess motion, overproduction, transport, inventory, overprocessing. Improving efficiency involves identifying and reducing waste while maintaining safety. Activity. Learners are to describe one type of waste in their workplace and how it might be addressed. Standard operating procedures document the best known way to complete a task. SOPs ensure reliability, safety, quality, and compliance. Everyone must know and follow them. Activity. Where are SOPs applied in your workplace? What happens when they aren't followed? Here are instructions. Pair groups of 3-4 choose a simple product or service, whether it be bread, bottled water, maintenance task. Draw a process map showing inputs, process steps, outputs, with at least 3 quality checks and 1 safety control. Activity. Photograph flip charts or collect worksheets as formative evidence. Each group presents their map. Facilitator reinforces correct use of IPO, checks understanding of production systems, and links back to real workplace examples. Activity. Mini QA after each presentation to ensure clarity and participation. Now let's check your understanding. Define production in one sentence. Identify one input, one process step, one output, and one quality check. Which production system does your example best represent? Activity. Your facilitator uses verbal questioning and peer feedback. Reflection prompts. What does production mean in your context? Which system type best fits your example? Where would you place quality checks? How would you answer and ease a question about this? Thank you for your participation today. See you at the next session.